It's Wednesday. It's 5 Minute Rehab Day. Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. This is Taisha Presley, the owner and the founder of Legacy Empowerment Services. We are a mental health private practice located in the beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina. We work with adolescents and young adults who have experienced some type of dysfunction. And you know what? They just want to get their lives together. So that's what we do. We help them to rehabilitate their lives. So listen. We are smack dab in the middle of the holiday season. It's 9 days away from Christmas, and I hope that you are really enjoying it. I hope that you are milking every second of every moment that you have so that you enjoy your present experience. And I want that for you. I hope that for you, and I hope that you are enjoying the holiday so far. And we have a really good 5 minute rehab question. It is straight to the point, so I'm going to just read it. Then we're going to dig in with some of my tips for the writer, okay? It says, give me strength to get through the next few weeks without threatening bodily harm to my son's father. That's really straight to the point, isn't it? Listen, so before we dig in, you know how I like to do a collective woosah that just helps us to stay regulated. It's just a deep breath in, a deep breath out on a count of three. 1, 2, 3. Woosah, baby, woosah. Okay, let's dig it. All right, so co-parenting, period, even especially during a pandemic, co-parenting is a full contact sport. A full contact sport. Do you know what I mean by that? With contact sports, you get down, you get dirty, you get messy, you get smelly. You cannot avoid the contact, right? And that is what co-parenting is. That is what co-parenting is. And so I feel the writer today. So I want to share some tips, a couple of things. Sometimes when we are parenting, co-parenting, we get caught up in what I call a dance of war. A dance of war where it's kind of like a battle of wits, a battle of opposing forces, but it doesn't have to always be that way. Sometimes we have to just drop our weapons. And so what that means, drop your weapons, it means that sometimes, mamas, we can have these inner vows that we've created because of the past, because of the present, because what our experience is. And those inner vows are just promises that we made to ourselves. And those promises can be things like, I won't, I will not, I don't, I can't, I should, he should. Those are inner vows. Those are promises that you made to yourself. And guess what? Those promises, those inner vows are not helping. They are not helping. Those are like weapons of destruction when it comes to your co-parenting experience and how you show up in the co-parenting space. Drop them. Find out how they are helping you or not helping you. Show up and then drop those weapons, because guess what? You guys are not each other's enemies. You guys are on the same team, and that team's job is to create a human being that is worth something. That is to create a human being that will not have to recover from life. That is your job as co-parents. And so drop your weapons, okay? Second tip, roll with resistance. Remember that this is a collaborative process. And guess what, mamas? Our ways, and I hate to say it because I'm a mama, I'm a co-parenting mama at that. I hate to say it, but my way, your way is not the only way. It is not the only way. It is not the best way. And you have a co-parent who is a human being with his own experiences, with his own opinions, with his own values that you have to explore. You got to explore those things. And sometimes we interpret a difference in opinions, a difference in a way of seeing things as resistance. And it's not necessarily resistance. It just means that I see it differently. I want to do it differently. You got to learn to roll with it, baby. You got to learn to roll with it. You have to learn your co-parent. You got to learn them. You got to learn their values. You got to learn their opinions, what happened in their past. You got to learn all of that so that you can know how they show up and why they show up in the way that they do, so that then you guys can have what I call fruitful conversations that move you forward, which is my tip number 3, that you need to be having really tough conversations. Don't wait until the last minute. Don't wait till you're in the heat of the moment to have these conversations, because it is too late and you are not going to be able to resolve a conflict when both of you guys are upset. Have these conversations when you're calm, when you're cool, when things are peaceful, when things are going great. Have these conversations, develop a plan for how you want to proceed with your child. And it's so important because you want to make sure that you are not upset, because guess who's watching? Your little one is watching. Your little one is watching how you resolve the conflict. Your little one is watching how you are peaceful and how you express yourself, how you work together, the dynamics between mommy and daddy. Your little one is watching all of that. That is why it's so important. And it is important so that you can move yourself forward in your co-parenting relationship, so that especially during a pandemic, especially during the holiday season, that you're able to not hurt one another, because that is the goal. We don't want to hurt one another, right? We don't want to go to jail for the holidays. We don't want to do that. We want to make it to the next year. So those are my tips for this writer. If you have something that works for you in your co-parenting space, I would love for you to drop those in the comments below. And as always, I will see you next week.